Sorry, folks. Let's see. Open link in new window. All right. Woo. Okay, guys. I'm at 4 minutes right now. 4 minutes on here. This is intense right here. This is like what you call. This is intense right here. You guys want to get a little of this infrared light? A little infrared light for you. Stuff does not play. So, um, obviously, my ears are covered. So, for all of you that do not know, I am on a group on Facebook. I have been, not going to say I'm the advocate, but I have been asked to be of a group that is dealing with a condition, and that condition is Eustachian Tube Dysfunction. If you're not aware of what that is or how that's spelled, I'll show you real quick. I'm going to type it out on here. So, a part of that group that's helping others get well, feel better, come up with ideas that pertain to feeling better, and structuring a plan in place for each person. Um, Thank you very much. Your support has been great, by the way. I just wanted to say, every time I post a video about healing, about eustachian tube dysfunction, I get such great feedback because it's a topic that many people are not getting a lot of support on. And it's just kind of being shrugged off as like, they'll get over it. But I've been getting some great support from people about this because I feel like I want to push it a little bit more to get more people aware. When you're aware, so the thing about it is, it's not so much that I'm responsible for healing everybody, but I will take the credit of being responsible to bring a lot of acknowledgement to a topic and be the one to bring the awareness. So your doctors out there are responsible for a lot of that, but I am not. But I will push the issue until we get resolution on this because this is something a lot of people are dealing with. And when I first discovered this, so here's the thing too. This isn't strictly just for eustachian tube dysfunction. It's not a eustachian tube dysfunction light or heat lamp or anything. It's a pain management light, and it feels great when you use it. And so it I just so happen to say, well, if it's healing people with tension and tightness in the neck, why can't it heal other things? So I started using it for that reason. I just put my ear up to the light there, and I could feel the difference already doing that for 8-9 days in a row. And so um, it's bringing awareness to the issue that a lot of people out there are not thinking it's a big deal. It is. So it's important. So you're going back. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Uh, it really means a lot, and I'm glad that you're part of doing what's right for you and your family. So it's really great. Great to see the acknowledgement. It's really awesome. Um, let me see. Sorry, I'm getting some messages here. But anyways, I just wanted to come on quickly and say hi to everybody and take a few minutes to tell everybody that I can definitely do these more often. This was, and the light just turned off, so it's got a auto shut off feature on it, so it's pretty cool. So for all of you out there that still are waiting to get this, message me. I'm happy to help if I can help get this for you. If I can help be the person to help you get this thing here, even better. Hey Juan, you thanks for the message. I haven't talked to Steven in a while. Actually, it's been a whole week. I do need to catch up with him. He's been quiet, huh? He's been a little quiet lately. Either that's a good thing, or it could, I hope he's doing well. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe he's saying, I don't need to see the purpose is we don't really want to be a part of the group. I know that sounds bad, but I'm hoping to Juan. The thing about it is we love the group, we love to engage, but we're not healthy in this group. This isn't a group about Hawaiian trips, places, you know, how to build a business. Like, this is like how to get healed. And then when we're in this group, we're not 100% well. We're not feeling our best. So I really hope Steven's doing good. I really hope he's feeling well, because he really, when it happened, when he got his light, he was jumping right on it quick, and he started feeling better. So I will check on him to see how he's doing. It's been quite a bit of time now, so I'm hoping that means he's surfing somewhere on the beach somewhere. So, but that's the thing. When we're a part of this group, so I have some mixed people on here. I have people from the Eustachian Tube Dysfunction group, and then people who have followed my channel before, guys who have joined who are not familiar with the Eustachian Tube Dysfunction group. I too was dealing with that issue, and I met some great people along the way. And if you were reading the comments, Juan mentioned Steven, because Steven was one of the ones that, that that showed his growth in healing, and that I love to see that. I love to see people healing. I mean, that's like the ultimate reward when someone says that. It's great. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the love too. Much love to you as well. So it's great to see people on their course, the healing. We all want to see that. I would hope we all want to see that. So, but yeah, I do this light still all the time. See, I just push that button on there and get that light going again, and you instantly feel pretty good. I mean, right now, I will say it's summertime, so it's hot. So that's I would say that's the side effect, is that it's hot. So, but overall, I hope everybody's finding some healing and some support. I've gotten a lot of messages, private messages of people thanking me. It's been great, guys, out there to take the time, even during, even not feeling 100%, taking the time to just say, hey, thank you for what you're doing. Because obviously it's a slow growth process. Like, people ask me, how long did it take for you to feel better? And I always tell people, I say about 8-9 days is when I felt better. But you have to remember that as you're healing, you're going to have a setback too. That's normal. Like, that's normal, where you're like starting to climb, and then you have a day where maybe you worked longer hours, or you study longer in school, or you didn't sleep well. You kind of have a dip. And when people have that dip, they kind of tend to think, oh man, it's not working. It's not doing the right thing for me. And that might not be true. You have to realize that as you're living life, you're doing things that, we all do things. Sometimes we don't sleep well one night. Sometimes we don't eat well one day, and or we eat too late one night and something doesn't feel right. So as you're doing the light, folks, as you're doing the light, you have to realize that you're going to have a dip sometime in that process. Like, I say 8 days is when I really felt like, hey, I'm making progress. This thing is probably almost gone. And then, you have that day where you're like, yeah, it's still not there. Yeah, it's still not gone yet. But then after a while, you get, you keep doing it, you keep doing it, keep doing it. And next thing you know, you're good. It's gone. You don't feel any problems anymore. And that's where I'm at right now, thankfully. That after a certain amount of time, you start feeling better. Okay, so I got a question here, Julian. Hey, buddy. I know. I'm waiting for you to get this light quickly. I've been thinking about that. Julian just said on here in the comments. He said last night he feels spaced out, balanced. It's a terrible feeling. So this spaced out feeling that a lot of people probably haven't experienced that part. I have. It's horrible, because it messes with you in such drastic ways. You feel like you can't. Sometimes you actually can't even just take a walk. Sometimes you just feel out of sorts, let alone go do things like work out or go to your job. If you have a job that's like a manual labor job where you're using your hands and you're moving, you're constantly turning, to feel what he's feeling, what he felt last night, is awful, because my job is physical for the most part. And so I'm constantly running around doing things. And so when you feel like that, you're just out of sorts, and it's like not dizzy. Things are not spinning. Like you think, oh, dizzy, spaced out means, you're spinning around. It's not really that. He's saying some stuff here too. If you guys are following along in the chat too, if you can jump on here and take a look, see, so he has no pain, no ringing in the ears, and he's slight right ear pressure, and he went to the store and he felt horrible. Brain fog is a big one. I had a lot of brain fog. It's awful, guys. Some people are probably wondering what the heck is brain fog. Well, it's kind of, I know it sounds self-explanatory, like to say, oh, brain fog means you can't think well. Well, it's a little deeper than that. It's like your thinking has been restricted in the sense that, like, your responses, your reflexes are slow. Everything is just moving slow motion for you. You know, you're just not up to par with how you used to feel. And so, uh, what he's dealing with is what I dealt with for 3 long years. 3 years. And we're not talking, we're all not like millionaires here. We can't just stay home and do physical therapy and take our time and have our day at home. I'm sure the majority of you all have to go places each day. You have to do things each day. And so to experience what he's experiencing, Julian here, it's awful because you can't focus. And a lot of people on the outside of this condition don't really understand that well. Like, it's you explain it to them, they'll tell you to go take a nap, or I don't know, rinse your ears out. Like, it's not, no disrespect to the people trying to help, but that's where I want to bring more of the awareness, is because when you tell people, and he's been dealing with this since 2018, guys. Let's all, if you can say some positive words to Julian on here, that would be awesome. If we could just help, just give him your support. If you could help him out, send him a message, or you can put it on here. Um, because 2018 is way too long. It's ridiculous. So, and the fact that it's brushed off as hey, it's just an ear infection. Oh, you have allergies. Oh, you just need to go clean your ears better, or oh, you need to sleep better, or eat vitamins, or drink more water. See, I did a video about drinking more water, but there's more to it than that. So you have to do. People are not aware of the level of severity that this is. It affects you. Okay, so we're not bleeding out of our eyes. We're not hobbling with crutches, but it's doing something in here that's causing um, a lot of discomfort in our body, and we can't function. And the bad thing about it is, people understand what it feels like to have a migraine. People understand what it feels like to have a sprained ankle. People don't understand what it feels like to have Eustachian tube dysfunction. They just think, well, it's just your ear. It's not. And right here, Julian also states, he said doctors are giving him decongestant. Same thing I dealt with. And see, Sahal here says my fibromyalgia gives me brain fog. See, so the medication that's coming out to you, the things that they're giving you is not treating what the real problem is. And so when you go to a doctor, you when you talk about your nose, your throat, or your ear, the first thing is allergies. This is what people assume. They say allergies is the problem. They say you have brain fog. We need to put, you may have a there's some kind of food sensitivity or something causing issues with you, and it's way deeper than that. And that's where I feel I can offer some support, because the thing about the groups that we're in is that, let's say there's 2,000 people in this group. Everybody's suffering. You need people there who have gone through it to help those 2,000 people. You need one, you need two, you might even need three people in there that can help these people out. See, I got a little bit of flack when I joined this group, because most people say, well, why are you in this group? What are you selling? What are you trying to prove? What are you trying to give us or take from us? That's not it at all. I joined this group because I thought 2,000 people in this group and nobody's helping each other. I shouldn't say that. There's no example for these people to feel that this can be over soon, because everybody's suffering together still currently. So when I joined this group, I told myself, I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna go to that group. And believe it or not, when I was going through this, I did not have the awareness to go on. So you guys are all smarter than I was. You guys searched better than I did. I was too busy going back and forth to doctors trying to figure it out. But you guys were smarter. You guys were finding groups. You were finding support. You were finding people who can help you. I didn't do any of that. I just researched a lot and tried to find remedies that work. And It just happened to be fortunate in my favor that this was a the my answer. But it wasn't just this; it was a lot of things. Introducing probiotics to my diet. I've never used to take probiotics ever. Nobody ever told me you should be taking some form of probiotics. And let me just tell you something, folks. This isn't the only form of probiotics that you can take. I just want to throw that out there. It's just the way it's easy for me to consume. But I'm joining this group of 2,000 people, and I'm thinking to myself, somebody needs to help these people. Somebody needs to be offering more suggestions of what they can do for themselves. And so, um, this is really something that I'm going to stick with until, I know it sounds far fetched, but until we have a resolution, where, like, when you have a headache, there's things out there for that most of the time. There is not one single remedy for this condition that just take it away. And the problem is that the symptoms are so array. They're all over. The symptoms are all over the place, and that's why people can't figure it out. Like Julian said, he had brain fog, and he had issues with pressure in his ear, and so the problem is that a lot of this issue with Eustachian tube dysfunction is indirect. It's not just treating the ear; it's treating other areas. And that's what I realized, that with this problem is that you can't just go put eardrops in and it goes away. A good doctor will know that. They should know that. A good doctor will know that it's sometimes an indirect problem. And most of them do, obviously. But for the majority of the time you go to doctors, they're just going to treat the problem area. They're not going to dig deeper sometimes. Sometimes. And that's where I want to bring awareness to the condition, because if more people are pushing what's causing this issue, more people can find out how to come together and resolve it. So I know I kind of went a lot. As you can see, I'm passionate about this because I live this. And so you can't sell passion. You can't, but you can't, you have to have it. And so you can't just go buy it somewhere. You got to have it. You got to come from within. And so this condition comes from within, on a personal scale and on a relatable scale of others and what they're dealing with. So um, thank you for that. I try to motivate. I love doing that. Thank you again. Mix up nicely. I try to speak as well as possible. 3 years is way too long, guys. For those guys that are out here, just know I'm not gonna forget about you guys, because that's way too long. And but just know I've been there, and it doesn't mean it's over. It's not over yet. As long as you're not willing to give up, it's not over yet. There's gonna be an end result for you. You just have to find it. And if it's not this, you will find it. But I can tell you, this isn't going to hurt you at all. A question here, Julian asked, do you still have any kind of lingering symptoms? I'm trying to think, and I honestly don't. I know that sounds, some people will say, wow, none, zero, none, like zero. The only thing I will say that I can remember that could pop up, but that's when I know what I did. So the problem is, these symptoms are coming when you're like, what am I doing wrong? Like, so the symptoms that I do have, it's because I didn't sleep well, or I slept 2 hours, 3 hours. I have a newborn. So, and you get that all balanced feeling and that problem when you don't sleep well. It's a normal thing. It's a normal reaction of your body. When you don't get adequate sleep, you get that off balance feeling. But as far as lingering symptoms from dealing with the condition at hand, I don't have that anymore, thankfully. So, and I will say credit to a lot of other things: red light, probiotics, and exercising, and the general stuff. Tinnitus wasn't as bad, my friend. It wasn't as bad. It was, I had it, but it wasn't really my main. See, we all categorize our main symptoms. Mine was ear pressure, off balance, and a lot of like the swishing sound, the weird popping, crackling sound, and then the anxiety because of the aforementioned things. So those were my main symptoms: the ear pressure, off balance, equilibrium off, and then anxiety because of those objectives. But tinnitus wasn't too bad. It was there, because when you have this issue, you tend to develop that. So that was kind of there, and but it wasn't. But I know a lot of people on here have that terrible. So um, I think I didn't get that, thankfully, as bad, but I did get the off balance equilibrium issue, and that one was huge. That prevented me. Sorry, that prevented me from wanting to go in the mountains and wanting to do anything, even jump on a trampoline, guys. It was bad. Like it was the simple thing. See, that's where people don't understand, because they're like, well, why can't you come to the mountains? Why can't you come here or there? Well, it's because I don't want to go up there and have a problem, have a reaction, have something crazy go on while I'm there. So, um, a question here. Back when Julian asked, back when I first got sick, I had 2 different days of have little pops, crackles in my right ear. I did lose weight, and that never happened again. Constant pops and crackles. The thing about it is, uh, your your diet, your health overall, it impacts many things, and it's like the indirect reason. So obviously, if you're getting in better health and you're exercising and you're losing some excess weight, your blood pressure is better, sugar levels are better, insulin, everything's flowing like it should. You're going to feel better in other ways. Your immune system is going to be better, so your body's constantly showing improvement. It's going to help protect every other objective, every other problem area. So by doing other things, you're actually eliminating something indirectly. So like if your ears are bothering you, you don't necessarily have to do ear exercises, but taking care of your health is going to help your ears, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you guys? So as you start to improve other areas, you're going to wash the other negative areas along the way as you start to improve your health. For me, it was getting rid of coffee, because one of these days I'm going to write a book. I have like 9 or 10 books out right now, but none of them on coffee. And I think I hate to be the guy that knocks the most craved beverage in the world, but coffee. It's just my opinion. I don't think it helps at all. It doesn't. It actually does harm, in my opinion. And I would get a lot of backlash for that, and I'll probably be banned from Starbucks. But coffee is coffee's terrible. I'm sorry, guys. There's other ways to get a caffeine boost. And I'll probably do a separate video on that at another time. But yeah, that ear pressure, man. That ear pressure. I'm reading comments here. That ear pressure is hard to deal with. It's annoying when you're just walking around. You hear all this. You guys go swimming and you do a handstand in the pool, or you do something. You dive down deep and you get that muffle sound. And all it takes is just doing a few of these, and then your ear opens up and you feel better. Well, imagine having that in your ear lodged in there, and you're like, it's stuck. It's like all this air pressure is in there lodged in, and you can't do anything about it. And so you're having to live like that. Nothing works. So that was until I said, hey man, I'm not getting the help I need. I have to do my own research. So doing your own research is going to give you guys so many more answers than any other doctor visit that you will ever go to. Sorry to say that, but doing it at home in your spare time is going to give you more answers than most physicians will give you, unfortunately, because of the fact that you know yourself, and you can how should I say, filter the results by yourself. So you kind of like say, oh no, that's not me. I'll X that one off. That's not me. X. And then you're going to find what it is that's you, and you're going to use that to find answers for yourself. Whereas you go to the doctor's office, it's like generic in some way, you know. It's like a generic response. So I know I talked to you guys. I'll probably talk to you guys as ear off here, no pun intended. But we're gonna get through this, guys and ladies. It's gonna be something that goes away. But we gotta stay vigilant. We gotta stay diligent. We gotta stay consistent. We gotta stay motivated to get rid of it because it won't get rid of itself. So implement new things and take away things. It's okay to take things away. Take it away and then test again. Try that out. Take things away, things that you know aren't really elevating you, and implement things that do help you. And I guarantee you will find the thing that's going to help you. But for me, it was finding this light, and it was finding uh, better health overall. So I guarantee, guys, um, if you do that, please, for all of you on here, the ones that are feeling the same, add each other on something. Add each other on whatever, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Follow each other. Let's all come together. So I hope that was helpful. I'm gonna do this again soon, and I hope I can get more people on here. I know it was kind of last minute, so um, yeah, really enjoy talking to all of you. And if you have any questions in between these videos or after or whatnot, you guys can find me pretty much everywhere. So shoot me a message. All right, guys, take care, and I'll talk to you guys all soon.